Brooklyn Independent Television.
Don't have anything to join in on, but there's a refrain here that you can all join in on. The sun's gonna shine in my back door someday. The boss man was so mean, he made me work just like a slave. 16 long hours drives anybody in the grave. That's why I'm walking my blues away. Oh, the sun's going to shine in my back door someday. I got coffee grounds in my coffee, big boll weevil in my meal. Tacks in my shoes keep on sticking me in my heel. That's why I'm walking my blues away. Oh, the sun's going to shine in my back door someday. Now, I used to have a car. It was painted white and black. Couldn't keep up the payments. The man come and took it back. That's why I'm walking my blues away. Oh, the sun's going to shine in my back door someday. They ain't but the one thing, baby, really give me the blues. I didn't have no bottom in my last pair of shoes. That's why I'm walking my blues away. Oh, the sun's going to shine in my back door someday. Oh, the sun's going to shine in my back door someday. Thank you.
We honor the singers whose songs make the charts. We honor the artists who give us fine arts. We honor the poets who hymn us in rhyme. but they all put their pants on one leg at a time. One leg at a time, one leg at a time. They all put their pants on one leg at a time. We honor the athletes who win every race. We honor the brave ones who go into space. We honor the ones who the mountains do climb. But they all put their pants on one leg at a time. One leg at a time, one leg at a time. They all put their pants on one leg at a time. We honor the doctors and nurses and such. We honor the teachers, but not very much. And lawyers and statesmen when they are not slime. But they all put their pants on one leg at a time. One leg at a time, one leg at a time. They all put their pants on one leg at a time. We honor the physicists who say what is so. We honor the engineers who make things that go. We honor the chemists who map each enzyme. But they all put their pants on one leg at a time. One leg at a time, one leg at a time. They all put their pants on one leg at a time. Whatever our station as we go through life, as parent or child, as husband or wife, in every country and every clime, we all put our pants on one leg at a time. One leg at a time, one leg at a time. We all put our pants on one leg at a time.
Tater Patch.
5 miles away from town, the rooster called for day. Pretty little gal sitting in my lap got me all carried away. Sweet Nora Lee, my love, sweet Nora Lee. Sweet Nora Lee, my love, sitting in the apple tree. Stay all night with me, my love. Stay all night with me. Stay all night with me, my love, sitting in the apple tree.
This is my favorite fiddle tune. I say it's the fiddle tune that changed my life. It's why I'm here in Brooklyn today. It's why this past week I was in Geneseo, New York, and Wellsville, New York. It's why in April I was in San Luis Obispo, California, and Marin County, and where else was I? I was in Sutter Creek, California, Bishop, California, in Virginia City, Nevada. Last weekend I was in Guilford, Vermont, and Randolph, Vermont. Everywhere I go, it's because of this fiddle tune. It's called Cluck Old Hen, and it goes like this. Cluck, cluck, cluck. Cluck, cluck, cluck. Cluck, cluck, cluck. Cluck, cluck, cluck. And my old hen's a good old hen. She lays eggs for the Brooklyn man. Sometimes a one and sometimes two, and sometimes enough for the whole darn crew. Cluck, cluck, cluck. And my old hen's a good old hen. Also lays eggs for the Brooklyn women. Sometimes a one and sometimes two, and sometimes enough for the whole darn crew. Cluck, cluck, cluck. And my old hen's a good old hen, also lays eggs for the Brooklyn children. Sometimes a one and sometimes two, sometimes three, sometimes four, sometimes five and sometimes six and sometimes seven, sometimes eight, sometimes nine and sometimes 10. That's enough for the Brooklyn children. Cluck, cluck, cluck. Cluck, cluck, cluck. If you wondered why that changed my life, that particular tune and song, it wasn't from playing here in Brooklyn doing that. It was a long time ago, 16 years and a few months ago, playing in a place called Brevig Mission, Alaska. I was doing a solo set in an Eskimo village, a Inupiat Eskimo village. There were about 200 plus folks there in the 300 people of the village, and I was supposed to play from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock in the evening. And I quickly discovered why there was such a good crowd is I was the opening act for a 30-second raffle. They all were waiting for the 8 o'clock raffle. And there I was, playing fiddle, talking, telling stories, and everybody was there waiting for that 8 o'clock raffle. It was one of those things where I'm a white person, it was an Eskimo village, and it wasn't going over so well. So about midway through, I started playing this tune. I went cluck, cluck, cluck. Cluck, cluck, cluck. And when I sang, it wasn't for the Brooklyn men, women, children. It was the Brevig men, Brevig women, Brevig children. Sometimes one, sometimes two, sometimes three, and sometimes four. Sometimes five, sometimes six, sometimes seven, and sometimes eight. Sometimes nine, sometimes 10. That's enough for the Brevig children. And all those kids were listening, and I thought, this is dance music. So I had all the kids go in the far side of the room. Said, oh, everybody 10 under, make a big circle. And they did. I had all those kids go to the right and go to the left. I said, all you kids, you're now getting very sleepy. Pretend to go to sleep and then have a dream that you're all puppy dogs. All the kids pretended to go to sleep and they all woke up going, woof, 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 woof. I said, back to sleep, back to sleep. I said, you're having a dream, you're all kitty cats. And they went on all fours and went, meow, meow. I said, back to sleep, back to sleep. And then it worked out that I had them be moose and bears and birds and whales, and I got through that show and remembered getting through that show. I could do anything. Now when I go into schools, I go like this. I say, touch your toes, touch your knees, touch your shoulders, touch your ears, if you please. And I go all over the country doing that, and then I actually get the kids, get out a piece of paper. Write your name so small nobody can see it but you. And I get those first graders and second graders, even the kindergartners, writing poems like that from that Simon Says game with the fiddle. Teachers will say, you're getting kids writing who don't ever write. And I'm always saying, teachers, if you learn to play the fiddle, you'll get those kids writing too. Cluck, cluck, cluck. Cluck, cluck, cluck. And my old hen's good old hen, she lays eggs for the Brooklyn men. Sometimes a one and sometimes two, sometimes enough for the hold-on crew. My old hen, she clucks a lot. Next time cluck, she'll cluck in the pot. Cluck, cluck, cluck. There you go, cluck old hen.
Watch this and other Brooklyn Independent Television episodes online at breakartsmedia.org/BIT.